Hey Guardians, Snowy Night Owl back here again. I just wanted to talk to you guys really quick about a couple of perks that I have absolutely fallen in love with this season. One is the reworked Ambitious Assassin, and the other is a new perk called Volt Shot. Talking about Ambitious, here in this footage you can see I'm using my new Hawkeye sidearm with Ambitious Assassin on it. This perk with the rework just feels incredible. So for those who weren't paying attention and or don't remember, during the sandbox changes at the end of last season, we were told that Ambitious Assassin was being reworked, and for primaries it now gives 20% of the magazine per kill up to a new maximum of 150%. So previously it was 10% up to a max of 50% addition. The old Ambitious on primaries didn't really compete with Overflow, who was its kind of main competition. So Overflow just straight doubled the mag size, so it was plus 100%. All you had to do was pick up green or purple ammo, in particular in harder content. I still think Overflow maybe takes the edge because you end up using your green and purple ammo a lot more. However, in easier content, I personally like perks that reward you for using the weapon. And Ambitious 100% rewards you for using the weapon. So you can see in the footage here, getting a few kills and reloading. Right there, we got 22 rounds in the mag. On a sidearm, this feels incredible. I have a hand cannon that I got. It's a 7th Seraph revolver that I got from Dares at the start of the season today. It rolled with Ambitious on it as well. As you can see in this snip right here, it's got 33 rounds in the mag, which just feels incredible, especially on a 180 RPM hand cannon. This perk feels so much better. I still think this is the best perk on green ammo weapons, in particular weapons like Forbearance that can roll with Ambitious Assassin and have a shot. If you do things perfectly, you can actually get 3 rounds in the mag, courtesy of rounding on Forbearance. I have yet to actually do it, but it is on paper possible. But for high RPM low mag weapons like hand cannons, submachine guns, and sidearms, Ambitious, it feels like it rewards you for using the weapon, which I said before. The more you use it, the more you stack up the mag. The more you stack up the mag, the more you can use it, then the more you can stack up the mag. So it's absolutely sort of a self-chaining perk. It feels really, really good to use. And I'm definitely 100% in love with this perk as of right now. The second perk I wanted to talk to you guys about today is a new perk called Volt Shot. So here I'm using a Brigand's Law, which is the seasonal sidearm that's got Volt Shot on it. The rest of the roll on this sidearm I don't really love. It's a good feeling sidearm in general. You can see it's pretty stable. But Volt Shot absolutely just sort of takes the cake on it. With it being a new perk, you can see in the footage here, I don't know 100% that it works the way it's supposed to. The text says that reloading after a kill overcharges the weapon, causing it to jolt on its next hit. I find that when the perk is active, it doesn't consistently jolt on the next hit unless you're hitting a target with a lot of health. It seems like there's maybe a damage threshold that you have to do or something like that. I don't know. I think it needs some more testing. You can definitely see it proccing, though. You'll see all of that chain lightning going off the target that I'm hitting while the gun is glowing with that arc energy. It turns this sidearm into an absolute trash clearing monster. And in particular, versus something like Chain Reaction, Volt Shot feels really, really good because of the synergies with a lot of the ARC 3.0 toys that we've got. So I, for one, I'm running an Ionic Traces build on my Hunter because I like ability energy. And the fragment that I'm using to do that means that when I kill a jolted target, I generate Ionic Traces, and you'll see those coming out every now and then as you're watching things die here. In a lot of circumstances, because I'm using a sidearm, I'm fairly close. You could also pair this, so courtesy of the way that Amplified works, because it's an arc weapon, you are amplified basically full time while using a Volt Shot weapon. So if you wanted to do an arc orbs build, you could use the fragment that generates orbs on multi-kills while you're amplified, because this will produce a lot of multi-kills and trash. And you've basically just got orbs for days, which then frees up a helmet slot to put an additional ammo finder or something. In PvP, I can see this trait being good in 6s. It would be questionable in 3s, but by and large, it really feels like sort of the resurgence of the solar perk. Incandescent, that's the one. Wow, brain, good job today. And at the same time, I like Arc's visuals so much more. Like, Incandescent felt good in terms of the damage that it did, but it wasn't really super obvious unless you were running a build that the Scorch would stack up and you'd get ignitions very quickly. Because Jolt kind of feels like Scorch and an ignition all in one, to me in PvE, it feels a lot better. So definitely recommend this perk. It can only currently roll on 3 weapons, which is the Brigand's Law sidearm, the new scout rifle that I forget the name of, and the Sail Spy pitch class, which is the linear fusion. Absolutely a waste on the linear fusion. There are so many better things that you can do with that linear. And I personally am not a big fan of scout rifles for trash clear weapons. So Brigand's Law being a full auto sidearm, if you can get a good roll on this thing with Volt Shot on it, it's going to feel really, really good, especially in lower tier content. I don't know about this one for endgame so much because you do have to get kills, but the kill chaining potential is definitely there with Volt Shot. So strongly recommend you go and try and find yourself some rolls on these weapons with these particular perks and try them out yourselves. There's going to be a lot of older weapons that can roll with Ambitious in particular that are going to feel a lot better with the new Ambitious. Again, maybe still recommend Overflow for higher tier content just because you're going to be using your green and purple ammo a lot more. One of the big drawbacks on Overflow is that you have to actually be using the green and purple ammo so that you can pick up green and purple ammo to trigger Overflow. Versus Ambitious just sort of rewards you for using the weapon that Ambitious is on. I personally will probably start looking for Ambitious rolls on a lot of weapons that I previously may have disregarded it on, and we'll see how that goes. So, anyways, have a good one, Guardians. We'll see you in orbit. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!